So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, let's go. Show ground. Ground. Ground.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And an alley to run. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards on the ground.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Gurley. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. On 2nd and 2, Goff under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And out of bounds right around the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. That one's good for 35 yards. It's on the ground and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 35. And the Saints 1st down.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Brees. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry. There it'll be second down.
Johnson on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Hey, let's go. Go, Brown. Brown.
Goff now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now gone. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan. Able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze. And this is incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The great veteran Clay Matthews able to knock that one away in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 for 66.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
11.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's under
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack.
Now that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And it's fielded at the 34. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, LA! That punt returns 66 yards, and it goes the distance. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
when we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Murray. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. Touchdown, New Orleans! Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be. Just be.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. He goes 57 yards on the punt return. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, if you're into cheesy movies, you would title this one A Half to Remember, wouldn't you? His 2nd return touchdown of the game.
What if I'm not into cheesy movies?
Well, go ahead and get into it, man, because I just did it, and you're going to green light that one. How about those returns? Maybe they ought to think about not kicking him.
Yeah, they might want to go away from him in the future.
Here we go. Here we go. 1st and 10. Here we go. At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to us.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Corey Littleton. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a 2nd award in week 2.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the toss, it's Gurley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Bree's going to throw. And he finds Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Let's go. Watch left, watch left. Tight end.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And Gibbs got it. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 2nd and 1, Breeze. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Akeem Talib, the corner, with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Breeze going to go on 4th down. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints get a bit closer. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good, and that will get them 1 closer. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Now it's the backup Smith. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready, ready. What we got? What we got? What we got?
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Going up top. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Cut. 180. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, it's Gurley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the forefinger. No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Cut. 20. Mike 47.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Smith. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. To throw is Smith. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
You better be afraid of me.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That good for 22 and a 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Here's Goff. The quick slant caught. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
60 Pittsburgh.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Smith.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The Saints on fourth down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. Now Smith. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Los Angeles, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall